Okay, over the last several months, I've worked countless deals within the RevX win rooms. And despite different industries, different deal sizes, different levels of sales team maturity, I see the same themes showing up over and over. Here are 7 worth pulling apart a little bit. The first is that we have champion confusion. Sellers mistake a coach or a cheerleader with a champion. They have someone who takes their calls and they call that person a champion. But a real champion has the credibility, personal motivation, and access to the budget approver or the economic buyer. Yet, what really makes a champion are 2 additional characteristics. The champion has the ability to mobilize people internally, and they want to see you win the deal as much as you do. They are hustling their organization to make this happen ASAP. Most of the time what we see is a sales rep just has a friendly contact and they're calling them a champion. Second, there really isn't clarity on the pain point, and that isn't at the core of the buying and selling dialogue. Sales reps will describe pain confidently, but if we poke a little bit, we see that what they're describing is a mountain out of a molehill. It's a mild ache assumed to be this life-disrupting migraine. And we can tell because the buyer has been living with that pain point for years, nothing has changed, and there's nothing that says they have to solve it now. There's no compelling or critical event by which the pain just becomes unbearable. Third, no economic buyer engagement. Deals are late in stage, sometimes in negotiation with the economic buyer, budget approver, has been in one meeting, sometimes none. Often they're engaged only via someone else that the seller is talking to. You need to be speaking to whomever approves the budget. If you have a champion, they would know this, and they would find a way to get you in the room. But instead, we find deals that are in the final stage projected to close this quarter, and we've never talked to the economic buyer. Fourth, no co-developed business case, return on investment, or cost of inaction. Often, neither of these have been discussed, or if there is one, it's just not that compelling. If you're selling something with a price tag of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you don't have a business case, you've got a problem. But that business case, that quantified impact, it needs to be co-developed. In other words, your key stakeholders need to help you in building it, refining it, making it credible, and they'll back it up in front of the economic buyer. Fifth, multi-threading happens far too late or not at all. Sellers build one relationship and they ride it until the deal stalls. By the time they go wider, they've already lost months, maybe even the deal. Enterprise sales inherently means multiple stakeholders, which means your job is to be multi-threaded as quickly as possible. Next, no mutual close plan until the deal is already stalled. Close plans or mutual launch plans should be introduced far earlier. When you put a close plan on the table early, you learn 3 things very fast: how serious the client is about buying, how clear they are on their own buying process, and how effective they are at hitting their own timelines. The last one matters as much as the first 2 because it's how you forecast the close date, not just whether you'll close. Lastly, forecasting appears to have nothing to do with reality many of the times. We have deals sitting in commit or likely to close based purely on gut feel or directed from above or because of happy ears optimism or several other factors other than true evidence and qualification. What value is a forecast if it's not based in reality? Now, those are the most common themes. What do we actually do with them? In every win room, we turn the deal into a classroom. We're teaching frontline reps that these gaps and challenges exist and what to do differently next time. We're teaching managers how to run tighter deal inspection, better forecast discipline, and sharper coaching conversations. We're also servicing what the organization at large needs to build around that team. Maybe it's ROI calculators that don't exist, or RevOps improvements in the systems, or AI workflows that take manual work off the reps' plates. Sometimes it's a complete positioning shift that the whole company needs to make. We're learning about all these things that, if actioned upon, can improve revenue across the board. And if none of that learning happened, the win room still produces something far more concrete than learning, which is a list of actions designed to move that deal forward, to increase the likelihood of winning it, and to tighten the forecast around when it will close. So you walk out of every session with several things: better reps, a stronger system around them, and a clear path to the deal in front of you and to winning and increasing revenue. If you're a CEO and you want to leverage live deals, real revenue, as the force for a true systemic revenue transformation, let's talk about how win rooms sit at the center of our revenue transformation program. Cheers.